Hello students, welcome to Metagate, and today we have come to you with a very important announcement, and that is we are going to launch a dedicated batch for the DRDO Scientist B Recruitment. ये जो रिक्रूटमेंट है, ये जो एडवर्टीजमेंट है, आप लोग सभी अब तक तो आप लोग अप्लाई कर ही चुके होंगे, राइट? So this is about the recruitment and assessment center RAC DRDO, okay, and it is about the recruitment of scientists for the post of Scientist B, okay, very important and prestigious post in the Defense Research and Development Organization, right? So likewise you can see the number of vacancies that are there, right? In DRDO Scientist B there are 127 vacancies. In the ADA, okay, Scientist B there are 9 vacancies, and for the encadred posts of Scientist B there are basically 16 vacancies. जहां पे आपका क्लोजिंग डेट क्या था? आपका क्लोजिंग डेट था 4th of July 2025, okay, up to 4 PM. It was your closing date. So all of you must have applied here. Now here we are announcing that we are going to launch a dedicated batch for the metallurgy and materials, okay, post of the Scientist B recruitment, where actually one stop solution, it is our batch is going to be a one stop solution. Students, आप लोगों का एक मतलब और कहीं पर भी कुछ भी कहीं पर भी जाने का कोई रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है. आप लोग इस बैच से सब कुछ आपको मिलेगा, राइट? फ्रॉम द एवरीथिंग दैट इज रिक्वायर्ड टू क्लियर दिस एग्जामिनेशन, एवरीथिंग इज गोइंग टू बी प्रोवाइडेड. सो ओके, पहले हम लोग थोड़ा सा देख लेते हैं. लाइक RAC इनवाइट्स ऑनलाइन एप्लीकेशंस फ्रॉम ग्रेजुएट इंजीनियर्स एंड पोस्ट graduates in science. So this is very important for the engineers graduate as well as for the postgraduates in science, including students who have appeared in their final semester examinations. So if you are also appearing in your final semester examination, then also you are eligible. So this is a big opportunity actually they have given, okay, to the posts of Scientist B in Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO. Apart from DRDO, I have also talked about ADA. ADA stands for, you can see here, Aeronautical Development Agency, ADA, and the encadred posts of Scientist B in Weapons and Electronics Systems Engineering Establishment, WESEE, Delhi, College of Military Engineering, CME, Pune, Armed Forces Medical College, AFMC, Pune, okay, Selection Center North, SCN, Jalandhar, Selection Center Central, SCC, Bhopal. So likewise they have even in the Army headquarter, Navy headquarter, Air Force headquarter, and other units and establishments, and all comes under the Ministry of Defense. So this post is very prestigious. It's a level 7 7th CPC of the pay matrix. Basic pay जहाँ पे आपका रहेगा 56,100. Total emoluments including HRA and all other allowances at the time of joining will be approximately 1 lakh per month at the present metro city rate. Okay, so you will directly get to serve in DRDO through this as a Scientist B, and यहाँ पे आप लोग पढ़ पाओगे whatever information they have given. Now we are more interested in what are the disciplines, okay, which DRDO has actually allowed. So the disciplines, you can just see the names of the disciplines here, I think clearly. So it is Electronics and Communication Engineering is allowed. In DRDO there are 35 seats, and in ADA there are 3 seats, and the WESEE there are basically 2 seats, okay, and the respective split ups also you can see, right? So आपका यहाँ पे if you are applying for Electronics and Communication Engineering, आपका क्या होना चाहिए? आपका होना चाहिए first class bachelor's degree in engineering or technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering from a recognized university or equivalent, okay. Along with this you should be having a valid GATE score. So valid GATE score in Electronics and Communication Engineering only, जिसका पेपर कोड है आपका EC, right? So the equivalent acceptable subjects they have also given, like in the electronics, if you are applying, not necessarily that your subject should be like only electronics and communication. यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो, आप check कर सकते हो, you can be a graduate from the electronics and communication engineering, you can be a BTech from electronics engineering, it can be called electronics and computer engineering, it can be called electronics and control engineering. Likewise, it can even be, you can be also doing your BTech, or you have completed your BTech under electrical engineering, electrical and electronics engineering. So these are also allowed. But the thing is कि GATE आपको qualify करना पड़ेगा only in the EC, that is the electronics engineering, right? So likewise you can see for the mechanical also, you know, it is a first class bachelor's degree in engineering or technology in mechanical engineering from a recognized university or equivalent, and the GATE score in mechanical engineering, you have to clear the GATE, okay? And these are the lists of subjects which will be considered allied branch of mechanical engineering. Like mechanical engineering अगर आपका है तो है ही, mechanical and automation engineering, mechanical and production engineering, mechatronics engineering, any other relevant discipline with qualifying degree which mentions mechanical as the main discipline, they'll allow that as well, okay? Apart from that, now our main focus is going to be on our subject of interest, which is material engineering, material science and engineering, metallurgical engineering. So DRDO is having 4 vacancies and ADA is having 1 vacancy. So total you are having 5 vacancies for the metallurgy and materials engineering. Essential qualification required is at least first class bachelor's degree in engineering or technology in metallurgy from a recognized university or equivalent, and valid GATE score in metallurgical engineering जिसका paper code है आपका MT, or engineering sciences, you can also be having a valid GATE score in engineering sciences whose paper code is XC. So in either way you are basically you become eligible. If you have cleared the engineering science paper, okay, then also you are eligible, and if you have cleared the metallurgy paper, which is the MT, paper code is MT, then also you are eligible. So what are the acceptable subjects of essential educational qualifications? So you see metallurgy and material engineering आपका अगर है BTech में, then you are eligible. Metallurgy or metallurgical engineering hai, then also you are eligible. Materials engineering you are eligible. Material science and engineering you are eligible. Material science and metallurgical engineering, then also you are eligible. And any other relevant discipline with qualifying degree which mentions material engineering or material science or metallurgy as the main discipline. So आपका अगर if you are also from any other discipline but it mentions material science as your main discipline, or it mentions metallurgy as your main discipline, then automatically you become eligible for this, okay? So I think the eligibility is quite clear from here, okay? After that we'll straight away go to, you can see the split up here, like how many vacancies DRDO is having, then similarly how many vacancies ADA is having, okay? Then WESEE is having how many vacancies, CME, AFMC likewise. आप देख सकते हो. Now these are the basically age limits which are given. Like if you are from the UR unreserved or EWS category, then your age limit is basically 35 years of age. OBC non-creamy layer, it is 38 years of age, and if you belong to SC ST, it is basically 40 years of age. So age relaxation in upper age limit is going to be as per the government rules. Okay, now apply, I think all of you have already applied, so there is no point discussing about it. Now the shortlisting, how the shortlisting of the candidates is going to be, okay? Let us now pay attention on this part, like shortlisting and screening. See, for the shortlisting and screening, eligible candidates will be shortlisted, right, on the basis of the GATE score in the ratio of 1:10, subject to their availability in order of discipline wise, category wise merit list. So it is going to be, they are going to shortlist on the basis of, primarily on the basis of GATE score only, and it is going to be in the order of 1:10. That means if one vacancy is there, they are going to call basically 10 people, right? So for metallurgy, there are, you have seen the split up that there are 5 vacancies, so 50 people will be shortlisted. Likewise, the shortlisted candidates will be asked to confirm their willingness to appear for personal interview by a given deadline and subsequently select their choice of tentative interview date from the predefined calendar dates made available on the RAC website. So we after you become shortlisted, आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, आपको एक आपका willingness जो है to sit for the personality interview वो आपको intimate करना पड़ेगा that you are willing to sit for the personal interview by a given deadline and subsequently जो है आपका RAC is going to take care of that. Okay, the exact dates of interview will be finalized later by RAC and communicated to the candidates. तो आपका final जो date है वो आपको बाद में RAC के द्वारा आपको बोला जाएगा कि this is your date, right? So verification of the gate score, now we'll talk about that. On the day of interview, candidates may have to validate their gate scores by logging into the gate results portal themselves, okay, using their gate login credentials for showing their gate results on screen. So on the date of your interview, you may be asked to do this because to verify, they can ask you that you please log in your gate portal and show us your gate score. Okay, candidates are therefore advised to keep their gate login credentials, enrollment number, registration ID, gate login password ready so that there is no difficulty in downloading their gate results. So obviously, please, this is a request from our side also. All of you should be having your enrollment number, registration ID as well as gate login password because वहाँ पे क्या होता है during the interview will be a bit of pressure, so वहाँ पे गलती का chances और भी बढ़ जाता है वहाँ पे, so that why we are requesting is that वहाँ पे आपका कोई भी गलती नहीं होना चाहिए, the process should be seamless, right? So on verification, if it is found that the candidate's gate score as filled by him or her is false, then RAC reserves the right to intimate appropriate proceedings, including proceedings under Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita Act 2023 against the candidate. So if like any candidate is basically saying giving any false information, then the RAC or the DRDO has got the right to disqualify that candidate. Now selection process, the selection process is going to be the shortlisted candidates on the basis of the gate score will be required to appear in the personal interview to be held at Delhi or any other place as decided by the RAC or the DRDO, right? So the shortlisted candidate on the basis of the gate score, they'll be appearing in the personality test. That is what they are saying. The offer of appointment to the selected candidates will be restricted to the number of vacancies in order of merit, right? The appointment, however, will be subject to satisfying conditions like qualifying the medical examination prescribed for Group A technical posts of Government of India with field service liability and verification of the character and antecedents besides verification of the SC, ST, OBC, EWS, Divyanjan or Divyanjan certificate, etc. where applicable. So basically they have got the rights to verify the candidates as well as you will also have to pass the medical examination prescribed for the Group A because this is a Group A service. So prescribed for the Group A technical post of Government of India as it is a field service. So ये थोड़ा सा आपको ध्यान में रखना चाहिए. इसके बाद selection criteria is going to be very important for us. See the selection, the final selection of the candidates will be purely on the basis of the discipline wise, category wise merit of aggregate of 80% weightage of the marks of the gate score and 20% weightage of the marks in the interview. So your interview is also very important. It is carrying basically 20% of the marks. 80% marks is already carried by your gate score. The final selection of the Divyanjan candidates against the DRDO reserved for them in the application disciplines will be purely on the basis of the combined merit of aggregate of 80% weightage of gate score and 20% weightage of marks in the personal interview. The same thing is applicable for the Divyanjan candidates as well. Only those candidates, this point is very important, please take note of this, only those candidates securing minimum qualifying marks of 70% for UR category and 60% for EWS, OBC, SC, ST, Divyanjan category in the personal interview will be considered for preparation of the final merit list. Candidates who do not qualify the interview will not be considered for final selection irrespective of their gate score. So आपका gate score का weightage तो 80% है, वो they are directly considering, वो लोग directly consider कर ही रहे हैं, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ आपको 70% marks भी secure करना पड़ेगा in your personal interview. So at least 70% marks if you are belonging from the unreserved category, and at least 60% marks if you belong to EWS, OBC, SC, ST या फिर दिव्यांजन category. So that then your marks should be at least 60%. Okay. In the personal interview, and if any candidate is not getting this 60% or 70%, whichever is applicable in their personal interview, then no, irrespective how high that candidate has scored in the gate, that candidate is not going to be in the final merit list. So the cutoff for the personal interview is 70% and 60%. Okay, likewise, in addition to the above, any other selection tool or test may be administered at the sole of discretion of RAC. So they can also, include any other test. So, okay, this was all about it, about the advertisement, right, that we need to discuss. Now here we are announcing that we are launching a dedicated batch for this DRDO Scientist B post in our metagate. So if you belong to material science or metallurgy background and you want one seat to be confirmed in DRDO, okay, then it is high time that you take this course and give a momentum to your preparation so that you can boost up your preparation mode and one seat is secured for you in DRDO. So for the interested candidates, you can contact with us in our below described WhatsApp number and start your preparation as early as possible. Thank you.